Google has a rule that images for your responsive display ads should contain not more than 20% of text. So this means that if you have an image for your responsive display ads, you have to make sure that not more than 20% of each area will be covered with the text. So if you have an image for responsive display ads, you have to make sure that text doesn't cover more than 20% of its area, of its square. And let's see how to check this in Figma. And I have another task. I want to check if I follow 20% of the text rule. Okay, I copy, paste these banners. And I will use the following way. I will cover each banner with a grid. So I will create a grid like this. And this will be 5 by 5 cells. So I have to calculate how many cells cover the text. And if I want to be under 20%, text should be not more than under 5 cells. So 5 cells are about 20% of the banner square. So I will create the grid at first. I will create 2 rectangle shapes, and as long as this is 600 by 600, I know that I should have rectangles of 120 by 120, 1/5 of these dimensions. I create another one. I unite these shapes. So now I have such an image. Now I will export it as an image. Okay, I will put it to this folder. Actually, when it's better to name your file before exporting. It will be Google. I will just add G 600 by 600. Let's name it 20% rule chess. Okay. And I export this file so it has some understandable name. And now I will create another frame 600 by 600. Okay, I will fill it for a moment, and I put this whole banner into this frame. Okay. And now I fill. Actually, before filling, I have to create another frame as we did at some previous lessons. I will add one more frame 600 by 600, and I will fill it with my chess image. We'll use image and choose it. Okay, I select this. And I know that this should be 1/5 of the banner, so I will tile it with a 100% scale because I already created it as a 5% of my initial banner, and I put this into the frame and make it semi-transparent. From this. Okay, so now I can count how many cells contain text. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is too much. I understand that this image contains more than 20% of text. So that's why I have to scale this one. I will scale lower and to make it a little smaller. Oh, actually, I can't do it at this copy, so I have to do it at my component. Okay, and I have to scale this text as well, probably to this size. Let's count now. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's still more than I need, but not so much. Maybe I will make this one a little smaller and this one a little smaller as well, because I will have a name of the shop as a separate field in response of display ads in Google. There is a special field to set a company name there. So I think I'm okay with this label. And if I count the cells, probably it will be 1, maybe 2, 3. Probably it will be about 5 full cells filled with the text. Okay, and we can do the same with this image. So at first I will create my cells. They will be 955 divided by 5, and I know that it's 120. No, it's not 120. It should be 100 because the height of this banner is 500 pixels. So I do the same as I did before. I will create a grid for this horizontal banner as well. Now I unite this to an image. I will rename it to it's 915 by 520. Control chess export. Okay, and now I create another frame. Actually, I can just frame a selection, it will be faster. And I create another, yeah, I can do it once again. Frame selection, so this will be image of the same size. Put it above my banner and I fill it with my just made image for the grid. So this I tile it with 100% and make 50% visible. So let's count the cells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably more than 5 in general. If it's difficult to count these cells, you can make these to 50%. And now there are 10 by 10, 100, so the text should be not more than at 20 cells. So you can count. It's 1, 4, 7, 11, 14, 17, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, probably about 24. So it's still more than we want. So I will reduce the size of this bubble a little. Probably like this will be enough. Maybe I will reduce the logo a little as well. So probably I will fit our 20% rule if I recount these cells. Okay, so this lesson we learned how to create images for Google responsive ads and how to check if anything important will be cropped or could be cropped by Google in this 5% at each side. And we learned how to make a grid to understand if our text follows the rule of 20% text of the whole square. So that's it, and let's move to another lesson.